hello, and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. If you are enjoying this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can help us out to continue to grow. If you are interested in joining our community and playing inside of any of our games, then please consider checking out our Patreon down below. We do have open slots available in many of our games, and all of them go through the Patreon. And even if you just want to join in and hang out with a bunch of people that do nothing but play D&D, I don't know. Some of you might have other hobbies. I know a lot of us don't. Yeah, just swing on by and hang out with us. But without further ado, let's get to it. I definitely need to adjust that webcam. It's like cutting off half my chin. Looks like I'm trying to hide the fact that I'm a bald chinian. Anyways, Creve, go ahead and tell us what happened.
Right. So, when we started last time, we were at the bottom of this, large chamber that held this old, ancient tree that is supposedly sentient. And, the previous session, KL had he had found an orb of sorts, which was located a bit higher up in the chamber, where we found out that there was a captured celestial inside, a deva. And yes, I'm saying deva. So we didn't get to do too much more with that at that point, but last session we figured out that this deva was connected via an intricate series of, tubes, I guess, to some pods that were strewn about the bottom near the roots of the tree. And each of those pods held a humanoid creature of sorts that seemed to be draining the blood of the deva. Before we did anything more about that, though, before we tried to do anything about that, Rorik went up to one to inspect it a little bit closer, and it attacked him by biting at him, but it was still constrained by the pod itself, so it didn't get to actually hurt him. But it also let out a wail of sorts that woke up a Cerberus, a large three-headed dog that was sleeping not too far away. So it immediately went into hostile mode. Creve tried to talk it down at first by saying something in Infernal, which Mikit picked up on, but it hasn't been revealed yet to the rest of the party what that exact thing was. We managed to defeat the Cerberus quite quickly, and it was apparently there to guard the entrance to this other chamber that Creve had noticed previously. After defeating it, we did some more research on these pods, and Creve had heard of these kinds of creatures before, and they were apparently something called vampires. We decided to just destroy them all, basically. Creve managed to take some blood from one of them, just to keep for future hijinks or something. We managed to destroy them using fire and radiant light. Let's see.
I'm sorry, I heard radiant lightning, and I just went, lightning! And just...
Yeah, I heard it myself. We went up to try to get inside the chamber that this door was protecting, and we found out soon enough that the door was enchanted magically to protect or ward off would-be intruders by killing them. So yeah, Lindeen was about to open it, but we told her, as the inexperienced and silly recruit adventurer she was, that you just let us take care of it. So yeah, there was like a burst of some kind of energy that was that sustained for a little bit, and it really heated up Kale's skeleton key. But eventually it dissipated, and we managed to dispel, no, not dispel, but open the doors. The doors are still magical, so we shouldn't touch them. But yeah, walking inside the chamber, we discovered that it was, it was a study of sorts, but it also had a bed and a desk with quite a few books strewn about. There was a large footlocker which held some personal items belonging to what we found out was Delilah Briarwood, a former archmage in the Empire, who was apparently exiled about 150 years ago or so.
120 or 130, 40, 140.
Yeah, something like that. And some of her personal belongings. And she was apparently on a mission to revive her dead husband and potentially also a child. Because the child, the footlocker held a baby's blanket. Or a baby's, it was a blanket of sorts. We also, we found a number of valuables and some magical books. And one book that Kreve has just performed a ritual to try and understand. So, and there was also a teleportation circle hidden behind a secret wall, or an illusionary wall. We don't know where this teleportation circle leads yet, but we've written down the coordinates, as it were.
But yeah. Aside from that, there was one other moment while everybody was interacting. Lindeen asked Warwick a handful of questions and revealed that she went adventuring for the purpose of finding somebody worthy of wielding a shield, that the previous wielder was her teacher, and after having a conversation with him, decided that it was more appropriate for him to have it than her. So, after all of that, I believe I time jumped you all enough ahead to get out of the hole. You know, wait for Kreve to recharge his spells, cast fly, go up. Wait for Kreve to recharge his spells, cast fly, go up. Because I think that is the quickest way for your party to do this, yes?
Maybe. But, yeah. I'd like to get the contents of that book first, though.
Well, I mean, I think you're forgetting. Rurik has a climbing set.
Oh, shit. Are you going to go climb one of the world trees?
I mean, now that you say it like that, I kind of want to.
And there is one more thing Kree would like to do before we leave the place.
Yeah.
Doing the book first.
All right, so you're just sitting down and reading the book. Oh, what were you saying, Kyle? By the way, welcome, Kyle.
Hey, guys. Sorry for being late.
No, we're mad at your job, not you.
I'm not sure we actually have what we were looking for, because we were here to find a war tree and a piece of the king lost, blah blah. So I'm not even sure we have what we were looking for down here. I mean, I'd rather make sure that we have everything before we leave the place.
All right. Well, you all have thoroughly investigated this room, and aside from those tomes and those books, there doesn't appear to be anything else of use.
But we haven't investigated or find a way to investigate the big magic ball or whatsoever that was below the roots of the war tree, emanating a strong transmutation, or I don't remember what magic.
Okay.
What is transmutation?
So-
Kriv, would your eyes be able to look that far and see if you can discern any details under the roots? What Mickey detected earlier on.
Well, I have seen this ball of which you speak, but it's I can't really do anything more with it than just look at it from at this point anyway. But maybe once I have a little bit of time to go through what's in this book, I can attempt something I've been trying to figure out for some while.
Well, at least we have a way to come back fast if we need to. Make it. If you think you'll be able to bring us back here if we need?
Yeah, I could. Still have to do something in case the door closes, but I can bring us back at any time now.
Right. Well, so we have a way back then, but
Okay. So at least if we haven't found everything we needed, we can come back at some point. And you're right. Maybe we should read this book in some place a bit more quiet.
well, it's
not
not very loud here. Do you think? It's a study. It's perfect for reading.
I agree. What I meant is that we are still tight on time, and I'm not sure.
Yes, but I mean, if there is something
Seashore
in
won't
this,
wait for us.
if there is something in this book that is irrelevant right now, and we leave, then we might discover it before we can do anything about what it says in the book. So
You're right. How long has it been in Evertero since we reached out to
He's
to
AFK.
Seashore? Oh,
yeah, he had to go close some doors and stuff because of a storm. Close the windows. I think we had. Yeah, we.
I'm sorry
managed to
about that.
No worries.
No worry.
We managed to
Sorry, I
postpone,
just- I just got a notification and the rain was coming in sideways, so had to do that real quick. Okay.
I was asking how long has it been since we contacted Seashore?
Three, 4 hours?
Okay, so we still have. And he said 12 hours, so it means that we still have 3 hours ahead of us before we need to climb back and leave.
And that'll be cutting it that close.
So let's take a couple of hours to read the book and figure out if we can find anything. And if we're tight on time, then we might just have to leave, get the boat, find our resources, rest, read this book, and come back with Mikit's new spell. And hopefully Mikit will have by then another place to take us out, so we don't have to ask Seashore to bring us here again. Do you know any other circle to teleport to, Mikit?
Mikit, did you take the
Safe-ish
spell?
place?
Yes, I did take the spell.
Okay. So you have the one into the Lyceum. That one you remember from being a kid there. And we need to find one other one that you are aware of. You will find one. I will tell you what it is.
There's
And by
the
that I mean
Lyceum-
soon.
Lyceum one and the one we found here. I mean, there's the third one.
Yeah, you always get 3 when you learn the spell.
All right.
So, hold tight, and I'll let you know. But anyways, who is reading the book? 2 of you can read it at once. It is written in Common.
No, it was written in Hungrul.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I am Okay, yeah. Which means Kael.
Do I speak that?
I cast comprehend languages last time to read it specifically.
Ah, okay.
Do I speak that?
That unknown language that you don't know what it is, it's that language.
Oh, it wasn't called that way. Okay. For some reason I can't read it. But it was a journal that was written that way, not a book.
The book as well. Anyways,
Okay.
the two of you can read it. So both of you roll your investigation rolls.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Creve, but it's really not that fascinating to you in particular. You know, it's kind of like, oh, yeah, that's kind of cool once in a while, and you only pique your attention as Kael is reading it as well, and you go, oh, yeah, okay. Just waiting to turn pages. But Kael, this book, the one that you found on her desk, that is the one you are reading, correct? Okay. It writes down a theory that she discovered. In the wake of the death of her husband, she wanted to find out why it was impossible to bring him back to life as an Arcanist, and why other entities weren't going to allow him to come back to life as well, mainly people who belonged to the different churches inside of the Empire. It turned out that fellow members of the Cerberus Assembly from that era were not allowing any of the churches to bring him back, seeing that there was a moment of weakness that she had. Okay. There was a moment of weakness she had, and they wanted to take the opportunity to relinquish her of her role and gain more power within the Empire, as there was a struggle. However, she started looking at outside resources, outside understandings of magic that the Empire did not fully comprehend yet. As such, she made a deal with an individual who belonged to the Cobalt Soul to bring her into Xhorhas so that she can research independently inside of some of their ruins, learning that they have a religion around bringing people back to life after they died, and that is all she knew of the religion at the time she was writing this. She wanted to find out what the arcane nature involved with that was, so that she could manipulate it, understand it better, and bring it to fruition. Now, most of this means absolutely nothing to many of you, until you get to the point where she went over to the Eye of the Sea, or the Eyes in the Lake. When in that location, she noticed that the magic there was much more potent with arcane potential and untapped and raw. And she wanted to start trying to discover a way that she could manipulate it within herself. She found a map there that told her of a different location outside of Incanter's Rest on the far end of the Blight Shore. And that was by far the furthest anybody from the Empire has ever been inside of the Xhorhasian territory. She managed to find her way over there, having to kill many agents of Xhorhas along the way, just because they found her and wanted to kill her, but mostly because they were not being helpful towards her. When in that location, she discovered a voice, one that spoke a very foreign-sounding language that somehow translated itself naturally into her own mind. The voice spoke to her as an equal, and as an individual that understands what she is dealing with, the pain and loss of another. Though she couldn't discern any of the intents of this voice, the repeated reassurance that it was offering to her was something intoxicating. I'm getting to that part. Thank you, though. And the voice spoke of a concept called laws. Not in the traditional sense that all of you know. Murder, go to jail or get killed. Steal, lose your hands or get killed or go to jail. Those are laws created by mortals in order to share a community, to serve in society, to make sure people don't act outside of these limitations so that people can continue to grow and mold. This law is capitalized. And the creature, the entity, spoke to her of these laws, stating that they were more powerful than any entity. They put the limitations of magic, of existence, of everything into place. And as such, these laws were more powerful than gods themselves. Now, many different gods from the religions that she researched were accountable for one or two laws, as they seem to have a correlation to. But she was more interested in a different law, the law of death. And she began researching it. She left Incanter's Rest and went back to the Empire, on the way creating a few allies. Yes, the lull of death. Creating a few allies along the way. The Jorhasians saw an opportunity to attack the Empire from within and utilize her as their tool, so long as they were willing to give her different artifacts left behind during the raging wars of the Calamity. She wanted anything pertaining to her death at all. She wanted to know everything there was about it, and she continued to find things. Inside of this book, Kyle, you notice that there's a pattern between some of the pages. As you pull at them and move them, the way the words actually form over top of one another from page to page almost draws a design of arcane nature. You start folding some of the pages as you're moving through, which I know is a big no-no in many people's book, but you see that the creases seem to already be there. And after you're done doing this, you see that there appears to be a magic circle inside of this book, hidden. Congratulations, you hit the DC to discover what the magic inside of this book was. There's a teleportation circle in it.
Mikit, here, give me a look at this. Like, there's and Creve, maybe you may know that it's outside of my I kind of understanding. I wasn't to present at school for this kind of shit. Like, these symbols here, this circle, does it mean something to you?
Well, I knew there was some kind of magic about the book, but
Well, Makit comes over, and first he slaps you for folding the pages of a book, but then he sees the teleportation circle. Huh.
you'll have to unslap him now.
No, I will not do that.
You'll have to do an unarmed
I will-
attack
I will-
roll to see if you hit his AC.
Oh,
I
Jesus
will-
Christ.
Re-slap twice.
It's all fun and games until the paladin slaps a bitch. Anyways.
Or the Echo Knight.
True. That would hurt
I
too.
don't know. Paladin slap smite.
Yep. You can smite him.
Yeah, he has a point. I don't have it.
Crack. 2d8.
It's good to hear your voice, man.
Anyways.
Well, Mr. IT.
Makit, you look at it, and yeah, it does actually depict a circle written into this book somehow, in encrypted language. And the magic in this book, those pages, when they're folded like that, that is a potential teleportation circle. As in, you could use it, and it's mobile. However, the way it is particularly designed, you can only teleport to its designated location. So, this in the book brings you to a specific point, and nothing can teleport to it.
Oh.
So that means that we can step in the book to teleport somewhere, but we cannot teleport back to the book?
That is correct.
That is very clever. I still
Well-
don't approve of the way it was made, but that's smart.
And because of the magical nature of the book, when you unfold it, it's not damaged.
The book itself is quite boring, so it doesn't really matter if the pages are bent.
Well, it's not that boring, and I explain most of what I've read.
Right, that is very boring.
Now, there's even more information pertaining to an individual that certain groups in the far reclusive areas of Xhorhas worshipping one that is described as the true king. Now, it continues on that during the time of the calamity, there was an individual who saw the potential of arcane magic and not needing the gods to express their will, and apparently a savant unlike any other, more intelligent than anybody born before him, and more demanding of those that were around him as well. Though born a mortal, he was capable of discovering a way to control his own life through a unique magic so that he would not age. He managed to fortify his own body so that it was near impossible to harm him. And he managed to understand Arcanum to such a degree that he could make it absent or present wherever he felt. Now, this individual, she continues to write on how technically they should still be alive, and she should find out where he is. Based off of everything that is written about him in the religions, if it is a real person, he would know more about magic than anybody else in this world. So, she started pursuing him. About halfway through the book, she discovers this location. The place where all of you are standing. And I'm not positive if all of you got the name yet or not. Oh, the Verse Glade. Yes, you did. She writes down how the Verse Glade was one of the societies that used to worship him, but were completely annihilated from existence. Now, she writes worship, though none of them considered it that. They considered it following and aspiring towards a different greatness. But she knows what a cult looks like. The Verse Glade had a very strong affinity towards one concept of magic, death. And that is why she found this location and called it her home. Now, when the city was completely ruined, she managed to go around and discover anything that she can, and found out that death as it were, in the verse glade was actually meant as a catalyst of life. The continuation of afterlife from one individual to the next. And as frustrating as that was, as any very intelligent spellcaster knows, the way to discover spells is to rework them backwards. When you have one concept, work backwards far enough along, and along the way you might figure out how to reverse the effect, reverse engineer it, if you will. And that is what she was doing. She uncovered a location down here. A tomb that was locked somewhere deep within the verse glade. A location that was still under the watchful eye of the Queen of Ravens. That had an aspect of this true king lying inside of it. She uncovered that this was the voice of the true king. Uncovering the fact that this individual had been destroyed in essence, had all of his power ripped and spread, and because of his affinity to Arcanum, they could not destroy it. The champions of gods could not destroy the true king. As such, they had no other choice but to seal it as far away across Exandria as they could. The voice being in this location, she spoke with it for a period of time, where it offered her the chance to work with it. To learn the history that he had, and she decided to manipulate it. To promise it, yes, I will, for sure, allow you to find all of your other components, but first, you need to speak to me about the law of death, and tell me everything you know. And over the course of the next several months, she spoke with the true king and learned every single thing about death and the catalyst that it was. These laws, though they are unbreakable in nature, they are not infallible. There are ways to get around them carefully, to a degree that if you were to do this, would count as breaking the law legally. However, there are avatars of these laws that every time something like that happens, their attention is drawn to that location. These avatars are far more powerful than any mortal could withstand. And as such, he told her to not ever do anything that would break the law of death. For death itself, when it walks through an area, is capable of simply looking at an individual and forcing them to die. If the avatar were to walk on any plane, the surrounding area in which it steps upon would be completely inhospitable forever. The landscape itself dry of any nutrient, any useful attribute at all. Frustrated with this, Delilah heeded his warning, but only for one reason. She cannot bring back her beloved if she's dead. You can tell very clearly at this point in the book that her psychological state is breaking. She is not in any frame of reference or mind that anybody would consider her sane. However, though she made the promise with the voice, she writes that she refuses to release it. Introducing an entity that powerful into this world, one that she couldn't control or work with, there's no reason she would ever do that. Instead, she learned one last thing from him. She learned of an individual. An individual that had a strong affinity for death. Born within a plane that experiences nothing but death for its entire existence. Every creature born there, born already a foot in the grave, technically. And everything else there, not abiding by the natural laws of other worlds. Living, dying, so on and so forth. They were stagnant. She found an entity there, born of that land, who found a way to manipulate the law of death. And since it did not fear bringing him or it into existence on that landscape, which was already inhospitable whatsoever, she went to go communicate with this entity. The entity became known as Vecna in this land. And of course, Kael, you are aware of Vecna's influence on Exandria.
Just by the way, so when I translate everything to people, I talk about most of it, but I don't mention any voice in any ads.
Okay. So that is everything you ascertain from the book from 2 hours of reading on a roll of a 27.
So,
After a little while, I'll hand over the rest to him, and while he's doing that, I want to do something and go out into the chamber, and I'll attempt to do something I've not done before, and I'll use a new invocation I learned.
Ooh.
And we'll try to conjure an earth elemental.
What invocation is that?
Minions of Chaos, it's called.
From where?
Isn't it Tasha's?
I'm not sure. It was in the compendium when I was leveling up
It
last time.
I don't think it'd be in the compendium if it was from Tasha's, because
No, it wouldn't be. Yeah. That's Player's Handbook? I've never had somebody take that before. I mean, 9th level Conjure Elemental. And you have to use a spell slot. Yeah, sure. And you conjure a Earth Elemental?
Yep, that's the plan.
I'm not giving you any of the fancy ones yet until you uncover what they are, just to give you a hands up. But I have a lot of elementals. You know, for the day where people go outside of civilization and have to fight other things. And you watch as before you, the earth begins shaking slightly in a controlled area. And you hear in the back of your head, Creve, oh, this guy owes me a couple of favors. Don't feel bad about ever telling him to come up here. His name's Steve.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
And you watch as the earth reshapes into a large earthen elemental creature.
Hello, Steve. Right.
Do you speak primordial?
At this point, well, I'm not sure if the comprehend languages would still be active because it's not concentration and it lasts an hour, so.
Then sure, you can understand it a little bit.
Right.
Oh, fuck. Another one.
Well, sorry. I can't understand. Well, I can understand what you are saying, but I'm hoping that you can understand what I'm saying also. I'll just nod your head if you can. Okay, good. You see under that tree over there is a kind of large orb. I was hoping that you might go down there below it and see if you can move it up to the surface over here. Just pull it down. Pull it up, I mean.
You watch as the creature spins in a circle and then and it just immediately digs a tunnel down into the ground. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. All of you kind of like hear all of that, and if any of you speak Primordial, yeah, there's an Earth Elemental out there.
What was that?
Oh, it's just a new friend. His name is Steve.
I was worried we might have to dig before the things come.
It's probably Creep being horny again.
No, I have another spell for that.
Of course you do.
Actually, roll me an athletics check with Steve, please. And you know what? We should pick a better name for Steve, because Rocky. Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah.
Steven Rockborough.
Boulder. Now speak in capital letters.
I am the boulder.
Balboa. Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, you have the character sheet, by the way.
Oh, I do.
It's in PC NPC sheets.
Yeah, I'm there. I see it now.
Mm-hmm. So 11 plus.
Well, he doesn't have athletics as a skill, it looks like, but he has a
So
plus 5.
strong.
Yeah, 16.
All of you feel the chamber around you shakes aggressively, and Ein, you hear the scream of that tree howl out in pain.
Well, he's doing a good job at torturing and making the tree pissed off. At least I can hear it screaming from here. So, what are you guys' opinions?
He's hurting it? Why would he do that?
Yes.
Grieve.
I don't know.
Grieve, what are you doing?
Well, I just told him to remove that orb under the tree. Or bring it up here, so we could study it.
Well, according to Ein, you're really hurting it.
I'm not hurting anything.
Well, whatever you did is hurting it.
I mean, the tree is screaming out loud that in pain, at least.
The tree is an evil entity that wants to destroy everything, right? What do you care?
The tree is an entity that's just been twisted by horrible people and things that have happened to it.
It's a tree. I can understand where Ein goes, but what about the rest of... What about you, Warwick?
Wait, can you say that again? I didn't quite catch it.
It's a tree. I can understand why Ein would care, but why do you care, Warwick?
Why shouldn't I care? It's still a being that can think and feel, apparently, even if its current thoughts are twisted. It means it has the capacity to change, because it already changed into something bad, but it doesn't mean that it can't change back.
The Earth Elemental comes back up.
No. I can't take that. It's a seed.
What do you mean? Yeah, well...
It's a seed attached to the tree.
So you can't remove it? Is that what you're saying?
Not without killing the tree.
Well, the tree is already sort of dead. I mean, look at it. It's petrified. Hey, you would probably like it more if it's petrified, right?
I guess I
leans
could.
We're kind of leans over, whispers. I think he's talking to it, telling it not to do it. That's good. I'm glad that he's listening to other people.
Do any of you have Primordial as a language?
Nope.
Nope.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So, you want me to go down there and kill the tree?
Well, can you see if there is anything inside the seed? What do you know of these seeds, by the way? What does it do? Can it be planted elsewhere?
Roll intelligence check for it. It's not very smart. Oh, hey! It's not
Apparently it
smart.
is.
People bury seeds to grow trees.
Right. Hey guys, it's saying that the thing underneath the tree is a seed. So if we remove it, we could probably plant the tree somewhere else, maybe free from this place. That would probably be better, right? You know, and have things that are despoiled and stuff, have it grow anew. Isn't that better than just...
I mean, that's if a tree seed is still connected to a tree, it means that the seed hasn't finished being generated. So possibility is that if you pull out the seed, both die at once. So plus, if there is a seed, it's a better way to tell any other high-ranking clerics or druid to purify both at once for more effect.
Well, they would still have to fight their way here through those lonely things. Steve, go and take out the seed. Bring it up here.
Okay. Alrighty. So,
yeah, I'm staying in the chamber, not in the tree area.
alrighty.
Just staying in the fortified room.
Well, and if you say it's a good idea to take the seed out, then I trust your wisdom on this, as you're the follower of the Wild Mother.
I see the exact opposite.
Okay. Well, if none of you are going to actively tell him to stop, then that's what we're doing here. Cool.
Well,
I mean, I already gave my 2 cents, so I don't know if anyone else wants to stop it.
Rurik doesn't know enough about this shit. He's trusting Ain's knowledge of Wild Mother nature's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's why I said it's better to leave it than let someone else come to purify it. So
Oh, wait, no. You said that and Kreve is still... Okay.
Yeah. Because Creeve's talking common.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay,
told
thought he
it
was-
in common to go down and take it out.
Kreve, Ain just said that we should leave it for now.
But it's, I mean...
Kreve, come on.
Roll me a persuasion.
Oh,
well.
God.
Let's do this.
Hey, keep in mind, you have your channel divinity.
I do. I hope I won't need it. It's not bad.
I'm pretty sure you won't.
It's much better than my insight can ever be, so...
Yeah.
Should it be persuasion against insight or persuasion against wisdom?
It makes no difference for him.
Fine. Okay, Steve, stop and come back up. I guess we're doing the boring thing, nothing, and well, fine. Did you find anything else interesting down there, by the way?
We're
I
really
can go
racing
look.
great opportunity here.
I can go
What?
look.
Sure, have a look down there. See if you find anything interesting, and maybe some gemstones or stuff like that.
Have it roll an investigation.
So intelligence again.
Mm-hmm.
9.
9. It comes up with all of these really nice calcium deposits that it has. Oh, lovely.
Look,
Oh.
it's shale.
Oh, great. Right. What was that you were saying, Mickey? Something about an opportunity?
Well, I mean, it would be interesting bringing shale from all the way out here. Yeah, McKeith can't say that with a straight face.
Right.
I have a question. So you said that the seed, would be good best to leave it till it's purified, but one of the things is that the tree's poisoned, right? I know this is defiled ground, but its thoughts have been twisted and it spreads poison. What if there's a poison? What if the poison's neutralized? What would that do?
Do I need to roll a check for anything about it?
Roll me a nature check.
Well, I'm no expert, Rorik, but I think the best way would be to take the seed out of the poison and the defiled ground.
So, Ein,
23.
Oh, damn.
when a landscape becomes desecrated or diseased, trees are some of the most resilient living things in all of creation. They can handle disease being implanted in them for incredibly long periods of time and deal with the excruciating amount of pain with them. And if they are given just a little bit of hospitality, hospitable landscape, a little bit of resources, a little bit of minerals, and a little bit of good vibes, a tree can take that and fix itself. It might take a while. Now, if the entity that is in question, the tree, is desecrated itself in the manner that you are talking, typically speaking, if a tree is desecrated this much, the right thing to do is to remove it and hopefully regrow it as a new seed. The process of the beginnings of life all the way up to its blooming would be faster and more resilient afterwards, because that tree, it passes on all of its knowledge, all of the things that it has done to its younger self when it regrows as a new entity. However, this tree, it's kind of a toss in the air, in all honesty. This tree, because of its age, because of its nature, as it is from the wilds themselves, as you all discerned, it might be capable of fixing itself quickly. It just needs to be given the opportunity to have that type of environment for itself. Or, because of the nature of it, it may be faster to just regrow another one. Now, you know that this tree in and of itself is an embodiment of magic. You're not sure what that would do to natural magic by killing it. Magic as you know it might change. If you remember from the Draconic section of the stories, everybody, there was 3 trees, and each time one fell, it moved the favor of balance towards the other end. This is the only one remaining. You guys might neuter magic for the entire universe if you do that. Or at least Exandria. Which, I mean, hey, would be fun as shit for me to run. But I think some of the other community members would be very pissed off at you.
No, don't worry. That's a chance for, McKeet and Kale to really go into different subclasses of their stuff, McKee going into fighter or something, and Kale going into full-on rogue.
It would be something. It would be something.
Keith would hate you forever.
But what would Velorace feel?
Velorace will hate you forever.
Velorace already rolled the Cavalier, so it's fine.
Yeah, I was interested in Cavalier. I am interested in seeing what exactly would happen, but I'm also going to attach to Graviturgy Wizard.
But yeah,
are you saying you're being pulled towards it?
Now you just push him away for it.
Certainly an attractive
Okay, I
class.
walked into that.
Yes, you did. But yeah,
But
I mean, on a 23, It's up to you to weigh the pros and cons of either decision.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Well,
we want to fuck with the other community members, or do we want to not?
but yeah, I'll relay it to all of them and just say that it's either a choice of leaving it here and having someone or us coming back to deal with it, since we can already teleport here by its location, or simply enough, there's also the gamble that by taking the seed, killing the tree, you'll make the magic in this world just go haywire or disappear. So
We say we leave the tree and seed alone.
But I thought the point of a seed was that it could survive outside for some time.
The reason
it survive outside, but it won't have the power to maintain or keep the magic alive. So there'll probably be years and years, if not since a tree of this magnitude, probably tens or hundreds of years till it germinates with enough power.
Right.
It would render like over the whole of Exandria powerless, basically. If you remember what happened in Draconia with it falling out from the sky.
We are definitely leaving the tree alone.
I mean, it
Can
would be a
we-
fun 10-year-long story arc, right? Sorry, go ahead, Rorik.
Definitely.
The reason I was asking that in particular is because after that encounter with the skeleton and stuff, the zombies that were diseased and poisonous and everything, and when we took that long break, I prayed to the crystal dragon and for the ability to cleanse poisons and everything, and I was just wondering if would I be able to do that on the tree to try to help it, to try to maybe not sanctify it per se, but give it that helpful nudge in the right direction.
Ein, because of your nature role, yeah, that would totally help. But he would have to do that multiple times a day, every single day for like a year.
Yeah, it's a long-term responsibility if you choose that every single day for a whole year without any breaks in between, basically. Since the tree is old and powerful enough, and it's one of the origins from the wild, so whether you like it or not, you won't have enough power to just sanctify it with just a single use.
Wait, so well, according to the spell, mechanically it'll neutralize, one poison, whatever kind of thing. So if that one poison is the whole thing that's causing it, wouldn't that take it away?
The poison itself is not just the poison inside of it, but the poison from the landscape that is filtering into it from the nutrients in the surrounding area. It would take away what it currently has inside of it, but the reason it would take you a year is because you would be neutralizing the entire time for a year for the tree to get strong enough that it can protect itself from it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, think that the tree has an IV of poison going into it.
Well, I think didn't we cut off the IV, or was that?
Okay, yeah. You helped tremendously. However, for it to regrow, it's something that requires time. I mean,
It's from the ivy heart thicket.
I hate you so much.
Pharaoh, I believe you know which sound effect to use.
Yeah.
Am I still reading the book, or am I with the group?
I think all of this was happening while you were reading the book and translating
Yeah.
it, because people weren't just sitting there for 2 hours watching you read. But yeah, all of this is kind of happening in the background, and your passive's high enough. You're picking up what they're saying.
But
Easy
what do you think if I make Steve there go and fetch some new soil for the tree? Maybe that would help it regrow or whatever.
Unless we purify the nutrients coming from the whole city, it wouldn't help as much.
Ah well.
Yeah. How big is the seed?
Huge.
Okay, so what are we even discussing here? There's no way we can transport it.
Well, I mean, Steve there could roll
Poor
it around.
Aride just, I don't know.
I feel like I could, you know.
But my point is, like, the only way we could do anything is to take the seed while leaving this tree living. Like, there's just no way we kill the tree to take its seed. Like, no.
Yeah, it seems like it would be irresponsible of us to do that.
There would be too many consequences. However, if we can
But
save
if
this
we find a
tree
place
and
to, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
if we can save this tree and I mean plant a new one, and maybe in a few century or millennium plant a third one and restore what the Dragonborn destroyed back in time, we will be heroes of this plan.
I'm not trying to be a hero, but one thing I had a thought of is I heard about this. I've never seen it myself, but somewhere in the waste of Jorhas, isn't there a giant tree just in the middle of it?
Similar tree, you mean?
I don't know if it's similar. I've heard about it in a rumor, as well as a tourist guide for those that survive. Is somewhere in the waste there's this giant tree.
Metagaming speaking is like the big you're speaking about the wide mother tree, like
you know which one I'm talking about. I'm just
well,
I'm
potentially you do. It's not common information for people unless they're, well, I mean, it's not really common information at all. However, there is the potential. I mean,
it is a giant tree.
Most people in Jorhas don't travel.
So maybe if we manage to move the seed and plant it underneath that tree, maybe it would channel the energies through that one instead. Maybe help it.
I don't know if that's how trees work.
Well, I don't know how these evil seeds work.
Is that how magic trees work, though?
I mean, it's if you look at trees, it's already quite weird that the seed is growing below the tree. Usually a seed is growing in the flowers of a tree, of the branch. So we are out of our comfort zone regarding trees, even in general.
Well, I mean, our expert here, Ein, knows best about this sort of thing.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is that this tree right here is already petrified. It's made of stone right now. How do you...
It's alive. It's still alive, that's the thing. It doesn't matter if it's petrified or not. It's still holding the principles of the magic of this continent together.
Okay, I suppose.
So unless you want to be a normal person climbing the walls here with tens of hundreds of these crying creatures coming behind you, so that's also the choice.
Changing the nature of magic for this continent, if not the entire world.
Right. Well, I guess we'll just leave then.
That might be the best option.
It's definitely the best option.
Anyway, like, I don't think you could move and we have a way to cut back here at any point if we.
And if we want to heal the tree, maybe we find someone capable of it, someone who could help it, and then we can bring them back.
Right.
And hey, thanks to Makit, you guys can come back.
Okay, so how are we leaving this place then? Are we climbing out and going out the mundane way, or well, I can make some of us fly up there, I suppose, or teleport.
Oh,
I mean,
we
we
should
got-
probably get going. I think we're cutting it a bit close, and if necessary, I can climb, so don't worry about me.
Well, we've got strong people that could probably carry some of us, especially if I lighten the load.
Right, and Steve, you could probably
I am very good at climbing.
Steve could probably just bring us up through the walls or something, maybe. I don't know.
It
Can you do
flexes
that?
its arm for you to sit on.
That's a nice flex there, Steve.
Steve, see if you can bring Omen up there, up to the top.
Oh, God, poor Omen.
And it just earth glides up the side of the wall.
I just imagine that how this is gonna go. You bring Omen to the top. Like, is it clear? Okay.
Yeah.
Drops
And-
Omen. Right before he hits the ground. Right before he hits the ground, you do the little familiar snap so he doesn't die.
Yeah, but
That's for
Omen
earlier, you little
survived.
dick.
That guy is going to kill you someday.
Certainly gonna
What,
try.
Omen survives.
Oh,
What,
it can
this-
earth glide partial body. Earth glide partial body. It doesn't have to be
Alright.
fully inside of it, so,
so
it
he's
can
holding
hold
his
out
arm
its
out of the-
arm and keep the creature going. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, let's do it that way then. Steve, I want you to take each of us individually up there.
All right, Kyle, what were you saying? And Steve will begin
was-
to do that.
I was going to suggest that Mikit lower the weight of each of us so that Steve can do it easily.
Yep. I can do
Yeah,
that.
that certainly helps with Arite and Ein. Everyone else, you are not heavy for Steve. Steve is strong.
Steve can take Mikit and I at the same time.
Yeah, just and just places you up there. Ladine just kind of like shakes her head, looking at you all. I am. This is certainly outside of what I anticipated doing.
Welcome to the party.
That's
No,
the thing
no, I'm
about
not staying.
adventures. That's the thing about adventures, young, and things most often don't go as you expect.
Yeah. Well,
Otherwise known as Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will.
whoever the fuck Murphy is, I'm going to stab him. Anyways, I suppose we need to find out a way to get out of the city and keep all of those creatures from killing us. Any great ideas?
Stab them before they stab us.
Well, one thing I had thought about was when you described these creatures before. I can't remember who actually did the whole knowledge thing on them.
Kyle.
Kyle. But you said that it was because of their longing and their desires and their emotions, and I might be able to calm them down a bit, maybe.
My
Could give us the
only.
opening.
I see what you mean, and we could definitely try it. However, they are not ruled by the emotion anymore. They are the emotion. So I don't know if there is anything such as calming it.
Well, it's
Li-
worth a
listen,
shot.
I can help everybody walk much smoother and stealthier than you usually can, and with my lead, we might manage to get out of here unscathed if we don't stumble across too many shit. And if we do, well, then I guess calming them cannot hurt us.
Well, if anything, if we're worried about being too quiet, one thing that's another possibility is it's not so much staying super quiet, it's being super loud somewhere else where it kind of looks to Iron a bit.
She's just scratching her hair, not understanding what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't
if
know.
you do that,
Lightning doesn't make a sound, so I don't know what you're talking about.
no, but don't you automatically have a not thunderclap, but not thunder wave? What's
Thunder step.
what?
Shatter.
No, not step. Yeah, it might be. I think it's shatter, or it's one of those other ones that's a range spell,
Well,
but it makes a loud noise.
at the thunder wave and any thunder spells make a noise up to like 100 or 300 feet, basically.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
Thunder.
Exactly.
Well, I could probably make Steve create like a small, stone fall or something on the other side of the town, maybe.
Or if he's up to, maybe you can have Omen and Steve help each other to go to the other side of the city and cause a ruckus.
Well, even if I do agree with the ideas of, and I do like the idea of a diversion, wouldn't they put them under high alert while we could actually just not and take benefit of their, like, how do you call it, like when they're not moving at all?
I mean,
these
honestly, yeah, go for it.
These creatures didn't seem altogether there per se. They seemed like they would go to anything that would fulfill those desires you mentioned, like the ones that with the spear arms. They seem like they would just go if they had a thought of someone was there. So if they knew that there was many things that direction, I feel like they would go towards it. And yes, that would not so much put them on high alert so much as attract them that way.
Right. So
they are very stupid, yes.
So our choice is try to sneak our way into a lot of quiet bodies, or sneak our way through much less but high alert bodies.
I mean,
why not both? Because
why not
the
just
distraction is
sneak?
made, and then you can use your skills and expertise at being sneaky to help us get through where it's quiet and where they're not there.
Or the other way around, we can just sneak, and then if something happens, get a diversion for most of them to just go away.
Yeah, also, I don't know if I'm explaining this in game well enough. It's basically we cause a loud noise to attract them somewhere else, and then Kyle does his sneaky stuff to help us get through where the creatures are leaving from to see what the noise is. Classic stealth game tactics.
Yeah, you throw the pebble, and then it looks that way.
Yeah.
What's that?
Think of them as NPCs in intelligence level, like
Skyrim?
video game NPCs.
And
Yeah,
we just,
Skyrim.
Who's
put
that
a
man?
cardboard box on top of each of us.
Oh, I
Hey,
took a
you
knee
never
in the
know.
arrow.
A knee in the arrow.
You took a knee.
Arrow in the knee. Sorry. All right.
Guys, my knee hit an arrow.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
Oh no, don't worry.
That was very erroneous.
But anyways, so the plan is, as I understand it, Steve is decoy making noise someplace else. All of you denim, and sneak past.
Yep.
Okay. Steve will look at you.
Dick.
You just make noise, and when they start coming, you just sink into the ground and just lure them around there for a little bit.
All right. Have it roll a survival check. So wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Not bad. Are they wise? No. Damn, he's rolling better than any of you.
Yeah.
So anyways, Steve will go out into the city. And all of you will start to hear loud rumblings of the rocks out in that area, followed by the incredible wails of each of these different types of creatures running in those directions. Steve is going to probably evade them for a period of time. How long that is, none of you are quite sure. I would like a stealth check. Now, one thing that we haven't been doing that is my responsibility to keep track of is when you are stealthing for longer than a couple of minutes at a time, you can't add your guidance to that because you have to break stealth to guidance, and then it'll just keep going and going and going. So, yeah.
By the way, since we did short rest, as you said, after that short rest, Rurik is going, like, probably while discussing and the tea and stuff, that is going to be his inspiring. He's going to, give everyone those 10 hit points.
All of you are inspired. Also, keep in mind, you can give that to your dog as well.
I think, oh yeah, he is still alive. Okay. No, he's not, because the damn Cerberus. Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
No, what did that lightning snake thing breathe on it or something?
Oh, it was the Cerberus.
So
the way,
what's your charisma, sorry, Rory?
It's a 13 now because we leveled up, so it's 13.
Hey. So what were you saying, Kreef?
No, I was asking about how many temp HP we got.
There we go.
All right. Oh yeah, Jero, you said the noise from the things. Do we also hear the noise from the one that was totally different than the others?
Roll me a perception check. Let's find out.
Yeah, that's the most important one because perception.
Thank you.
The
Pass
team.
without trace.
It's kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of them. But anywho, everybody go ahead and roll your stealth checks. Because Steve is going to keep them distracted for a long period of time, you all have advantage. So no disadvantage. Straight rolls for you guys.
Oh, okay. So 14.
That still doesn't
then.
help Rurik.
Well, you got a plus 10. Wow, I actually have to pull out the calculator for this. Okay, let me roll hers. Ooh, that is a 15 plus 1, 16. Not bad. So 26 plus 22 plus 24 plus 15
13.
plus 34 plus 14, 24. Divided by 7. Your group's average comes out to 21.
Well,
Very
if something
good.
can detect us, I am just more scared of death than I am getting away from it.
I mean, that's why I was asking about the different one because that guy was kind of intelligent from the sound of it.
Hey guys,
So-
technically even Kayal wouldn't see us going through, passing through.
Yeah, because it's passed without trees. That's why Kyle can see.
Thank
So?
God for pass without trace.
So, as you are all moving, yeah, that's fine. It's reasonable. You've already proven yourself. You can attune to it. As you all begin moving through this area, very carefully, going through many of the homes and listening for the wails of those creatures in different faraway locations, you all manage to stay at least 100 feet away from any bigger clusters of them, and only having to fall into more sneaky stealth mode when you come across some of the stray, bipedal-looking, almost dog-like ones of these creatures. Now, I say dog, but they more look like bipedal fish that are like saggy-skinned and gnarled teeth that are in a circular shape as they are moving. Now,
Oh,
you
the
all just
hungry
stay
ones?
hidden. Well, they're one of them. There's a lot of these different critters down here. So, you all continue to sneak on past, very carefully, moving through the city, and after 1 hour of travel, you all make it back on the outskirts of it. Now, unfortunately, and I'll tell him when he gets back, Steve is dead. However, all of you have made it outside of this city down here. And I think that'll be a reasonable place for us all to go ahead and go on break, everybody. Everyone, we will be right back.
Okay.
Alright.
hello, and welcome everybody out there in D&D land. Yes, I know we are fucked up with the cameras, but that's because somebody joined in halfway through, and this always happens. You guys should be used to this by now. If you want to support our content, then please consider subscribing to our page, like, commenting, subscribing. All of that helps us out oh so very, very much. And if you're interested in joining our community, then you can go over to our Patreon. Link to that is in our description below. But anywho, let's get into the game. Why? There we go. 6 people. Hi, 6 people. How are you? So anyways, where last we left off, each of you were deep within this large, desecrated town. Creve met Steve, a contact from his patron, who he's able to summon and utilize once a day. Don't try to overwork him, or else he might turn out to be even more of a dick. But Steve seems pretty all right. He's kind of he's chill, one would say. Little hard-headed, but not too that bad. But anyways, you utilized him to earth glide you all like an elevator all the way to the top of this desecrated tree. And after learning about the potential repercussions of trying to kill one of the world trees inside of Exandria, you decided it was probably a better idea to just, leave it for now and have professionals deal with it. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe you just forget about it and leave it there. Who cares? But anywho, as you all came up here, you all decided that you needed to find a way out of this location, but those creatures are still scattered all across the city. You use Steve in order to produce some type of distraction for you all, while you all stealth through the area, and thanks to Kael's fantastic ability that he has from his dagger, you all successfully managed to get your way out of there. Now, you're all on the outskirts of this city, moving back through these ancient, forgotten relics of history as you are moving back towards the exit. So, players, Steve is dead, unfortunately. You feel your connection to him just disappear.
Right. Well, I guess we'll be seeing Steve another day, but he did a good job.
Yeah, McKee, can you? Who? McKee's the one who's sending messages, right? Or was it someone else? Can't remember.
Which one of you has message?
I have sending.
Send it, yeah.
No, message.
Message.
Sending. Okay. Sorry, I heard messaging, and I was okay. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, can you send a message to Captain Seashore? Let him know we're on our way back.
Yeah, I'll attempt to do it. Just telling him that we're on our way back there now. Are you still there and safe?
Well, I'm pretty all right. Had to move a little further off. Saw a Empire scouting team across the mountain ridge to the north. Don't worry, I'm kind of tucked away right now, but y'all should hurry. If I start seeing more, I'm leaving.
Yep. So he hit a bit nearby. He wants us to hurry there because he saw an Empire scouting team ascend the mountain. So yeah, it's better we rush and hope and try not to run into the scouting team or anything.
That sounds reasonable.
Now that we are out of the city, we can walk a bit faster. I don't think. I think we're out of the danger. We don't need keep stepping.
Oh,
Okay.
Not just walk, we can power walk. It's a good exercise as well as, it's speedy.
Oh, but it looks so damn stupid.
That's a matter of opinion.
No, it's objective fact.
I don't even know if people with the hooves can power walk, because the whole point of power walking is to use the strength in your foot to project yourself while bending.
I always walk a little bit faster than any of you either way. Haven't you noticed?
Not really. It seems like you constantly try to keep going ahead of us. But I mean, I think I understand though. It's you think it's power walking stupid. It's because you can't. It's too challenging for someone with hooves. Burke says, attempting to kind of goad Creve into power walking.
No, it just looks really stupid.
Unlucky.
It looks like you're trying to power walk.
You're lucky McKeith's not the one with hooves.
Yeah,
What's wrong with
don't you
hooves?
guys know ninja running is so much faster? Just look at Kyle.
Hey, I'm the fastest bitch in this group.
Exactly, ninja run. But anyways, as some of you power walk and others of you just briskly jog so that you don't look stupid.
I keep an eye out because I can, and I'm a rogue.
Warwick, this is the only reason you do not continually pop your hip is because you keep them limber. You just move those hips on your power walking all the time. Very easily. But yes, roll me a perception check, Kyle.
Yeah.
Cool, you're keeping watch. Anywho, Arite, you receive a message in your head. Hey, who the hell are you? And why were you in the library in the ruins of Draconia? You can respond to this message.
25. Oh god, I probably only have 25 words. Hello, I am Arite. I was doing research into subjects that I wanted to know about.
Wait, Arite, what are you?
25 words? Question mark?
Arite, what are you referring to? I mean, I assume Arite is saying this out loud.
Yeah, probably. I feel like he would just.
Are you okay? It's like yeah, that was less than 25 words if I counted correctly. But are you having a problem or?
We already know who you are, Arite. We were there with you. You don't have to remind us.
We know your last name too. It's hard to pronounce, but we know it.
We also know your sins of the literary kind.
Yes.
You're a
I
bit
And
of an
we
open
know
book.
everything about your youth. Your mom taught us.
I can guarantee that she did not tell you much.
No,
That would have been the father.
Yeah, I was about to correct that. I was like,
Your
no,
dad
it was
told us.
Kyle. That's not true. That was his father. We sat down and went through his albums.
Don't tell the secret.
I'm sorry, you what?
I never knew Dragonborn younglings could look that way.
Yeah, Pat, Arita's back. Don't worry. Even if you didn't get it in high school, I'm sure you can do it this time.
The traditional 90s portraits of the baby lying there just
I'm
I mean,
also impressed
babies
by
are
how much weight you lost. I mean, that seemed like it was hard to walk at one point, but look at you now.
I hate all of you.
I mean, yeah, baby usually are ugly, but Dragonborn babies, like it's really
they're cute as fuck. There's no getting around it. They're cute as fuck.
No, they aren't.
They are so adorable. They're born more whole than real babies. Like, the ugly thing about real babies is they look like aliens. Dragonborn babies, they have scales. You know? Like,
Yeah, they look like lizard. Baby
They're
lizards.
Small,
hatchlings.
cute.
yeah,
small
have you
little
seen
lizards.
baby lizards? They're so cute.
No, they are not.
Are you kidding
Yes,
me?
they
Baby lizards
are.
those-
They are
They are
definitely
so
cute.
cute. Yeah, you know, you're the minority in this one, buddy. Baby lizards, cute. And anybody out there watching right now, comment down below. How cute are baby lizards?
Lizards in general are adorable. And I will not accept any other answer.
Alrighty then. Anyways, you do not get a reply quite yet. Maybe, but not yet. You all keep traveling for the next survival check from somebody else in the lead.
Haha.
I'd say 3.5 hours, 4 hours or so. Beelining it back
Speeds.
pretty quickly, yeah. And as you get over back towards that entrance, you do see the two people that you left here waiting for Ladine, and waiting to not die upon traveling. Both of them are sitting there on the rocks. They look rough, but they're okay.
Hey, Gallo, so I can't remember the other one's name because I wasn't here
Ikdig.
that session.
Ikdig.
Ikdig?
Ikdig.
Gallo,
yeah.
Ikdig. Look who we found.
Hey,
Ladine, how are ya? Ikdig goes over to, give her a hug, and she just square jacks him in the fucking jaw. Crack! Ow!
Yes.
Oh!
Fist bump.
Let me help with that. And just lay on 2 points of lay on hands to help with the jaw. Just probably relocate it.
Yeah,
damn,
I mean,
should've
that
cast- I should have casted bless on her before she punched.
You got this. You stupid motherfucker, Ikdig.
ow. Hurtful.
You killed 4 of us.
It wasn't my fault.
She just looks up. So, Crystal One, I don't know if you want to listen to me now or not, but, smite?
No.
Someone roll a D100.
Oh gosh.
Welcome to Clary.
Oh my god. I think that
Why
was
is it
so
so
close.
warm? Why is it so warm?
One day.
Now, Undine, I'm not going to say it wasn't his fault, but at the same time, he wasn't himself.
It was that
Oh.
mirror thing.
Yes, of course. It was some other object that his curious ass fell trapped by and decided to utilize in order to fucking...
Well, you almost got yourself killed by touching that door down there, so you know.
Yeah, okay, actions for myself. I will take. That happens. His actions had consequences on all of us. Other dead people.
Well, you mean my point is that adventurers touch stupid things all the time. You're no better.
She points up to the dead body still hanging from the ceiling.
She does have a point, Creve. His actions did result in the death of 4 people.
I mean,
I don't
said
think
it.
any of us have killed 4 people unnecessarily.
As I said, he's not at fault, but he also wasn't entirely himself. But that's something we can have on the way out. Let's help Gallo here. Let's get so I'm trying to think a stretcher going, because Gallo was the one that couldn't move, right? He was.
yeah.
It has been 1 day since you all left and got back. He is now at the point where he can talk, but he can't move.
Okay, and we can move him now without super serious injuries.
Yes, we should.
So long as Ian is nearby in case anything happens, because the moment he starts bleeding, he's probably going to bleed out.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we have a stretcher, then that's basically the way that works is that keeps him in the same position he's in while we move him. So.
Right. It's just an extra safety precaution. If something were to happen, he is about as weak as a commoner right now.
Yeah,
Hey,
and there's 2 clerics now for that, so.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
All right, you.
Yes.
Would you have a pair of javelin? I think you bought some last time.
You think I have javelins? I have 2 hand axes, a great sword, 2 more hand axes. I don't know why I listed them separately in my inventory.
Ian, do you have a quarterstaff? Actually, I should.
I think
I
that
should just-
Rurik and I
think
have
I'd be
the
able to
same
see
idea.
that. Yeah, does Ian have a quarterstaff?
Oh, did Ian AFK?
Nope.
Oh.
No, I
Nope.
I have a dagger and a bow.
Okay.
Have a
I think
shovel.
Makit, I think Makit does though, right? Makit.
Yes, I'm still using mine though.
Focus.
Yeah, I was about to. I know. I kind of figured, but that also kind of makes this slightly mean, but also funny. Rourke
Wasn't a wand?
takes his quarterstaff that he has, his walking stick, and kind of also takes off his cloak and kind of wraps and ties it to that one end of the quarterstaff, and then looks around for another big stick, and then sees Makit's he sees Makit's quarterstaff in his hand, just kind of starts going towards it, kind of like the.
I also have a spear on my back in case you want.
Oh, that works too, actually.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, though, don't I still have that Rundrow's head tied to it?
Yeah, he's been chilling here the whole time. Pun intended.
Oh my god, he's been so quiet.
Yeah.
I forgot he existed. Oh, I'm surprised no one's commented on that yet. All right.
See the world.
Actually, I forgot about him as well, but he'll look at, while backtracking a few hours. If you want, you could leave me here, and I can keep watch if anything happens. I mean, if anybody comes down here, I just play dead. I'm kind of curious about this tree.
I mean, honestly, I probably didn't mention it because it would be funnier that way.
All right, fine, then don't leave me. Fine.
All
right, so you still have the head on you.
Yeah.
It's going to cause
Alright.
so much trouble if we go into town.
Well, unless you go into the Empire. Oof. But anyways, makeshift stretchers with your quarterstaff and the spear and the cloth. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Who is attuned to the augment of weavers?
I am.
Would you like to give me a weaver's check?
Sure.
Utilizing wisdom.
All right.
Okay. With Warwick's instructions, you kind of don't really feel like it, but you make a stretcher. It's probably not going to be super durable, but it'll stretch.
Yep.
But anyways,
That's pretty decent for a first time, Creve. Good job.
It's not the first time, I fixed those sails also.
Oh no, I'm talking about making a stretcher. Next time I'll be a bit more hands-on with the help, but so far this one's not bad. It'll do the job.
No, just yeah, fair enough. Just remind you that those balls of cloth were I traded one of those wolf pelts for it, so they're quite expensive.
Well, I mean, cloth's cloth, but this is a person's life worth dealing with.
I'll try not to bleed on it.
Right. Well, you could have red or white. Well, white's probably better, so we can see if he bleeds. Actually, that's probably better.
Yeah, I mean, or red if you don't want the blood to stain it.
Just
wash it afterwards.
Hey, save your energy, Gallo. All right, you're right now. We're getting you out of here.
Yeah, Gallo, you'll be perfectly fine. He pats him on the shoulder, and Lidine raises her sword the moment he moves.
I feel like this is gonna take us a while to get over, huh?
Probably.
Maybe a little longer than a while. All right, cool, cool.
You think?
Hey,
Also-
I'll take the front, right? Hey, in case anybody was wondering, I currently don't feel like murdering all of you, just hurting you. So, progress?
That is progress, but let's make more progress by getting out of here now.
Yeah.
Heads up, Joe, I did use Cure Wounds on Gallo to kind of help out.
That is more hit points than he currently has, but thank you.
Hey, overhealing.
Hey, yeah, it definitely helps. Thank you. So anyways, Eekdig will pick up the front of the stretcher. Who's going to be grabbing the back? Ladine's going to be on the side in case there's healing that's needed. She has a healing spell.
Rourke can take the other side of the stretcher.
Actually, good point. She won't be right beside him. She can be up to 30 feet away. She has a healing spell. Yeah.
Yeah, laugh it up.
I mean, like, that's all she prepared, you know? It's... Ian, how many healing spells do you have?
1.
Exactly.
It's all you needed. As long as they're breathing, you don't need any more healing.
But anywho, you all begin moving back over into one of those side tunnels as you are moving through. Your movement speed is lowered while you're moving like this because you have to wait for the 2 individuals carrying the body because they have to take everything slowly and carefully. Many of his wounds were sewn up physically, and the healing has helped, but they're still at the point where they could rip open with any amount of trauma, movement, slips, anything that happens. Not to the degree that he was 2 days ago, or yesterday, but still enough that you have to be conscientious. Conscientious? That's not a fucking word, you idiot. Okay. So, you all continue traveling.
It is in French. It's a French word.
Conscientious?
Conscientious.
Yeah. Conscious in like in English, in France, it's conscientious.
Oh,
Yeah,
see, I'm speaking in cursive. That's all.
Yeah, and also conscientious is an actual word, I think.
Really?
No, it is. Yeah,
So
conscientious.
is what I'll believe the people who don't know English as their first language because y'all learned it properly.
True.
True.
And that was not sarcasm. But anyways, you all begin traveling.
Not French. We are the worst in speaking English, man.
Have you
wouldn't
ever
say that.
spoken to a native Texan who's never been inside of a city? We're the worst. But anywho. Actually, it's worse if you go to Louisiana. But anyways. God, no, stop. Don't.
Anyways.
You all keep traveling. The way you are moving is not cautious enough, unfortunately. You're not able to be very quiet because periodically he will just begin coughing as you are all moving. It's not something he can really help right now. There appears to be something harmful in his body, some type of thing that he's just going to have to rest through eventually. But you all manage to get back out where you hear the roaring waterfall that all of you had to walk underneath before. It only took you about another 45 minutes or so of travel.
By the way, Jerry, you said that there was something in like kind of like that. Would that help at all? I'm already using it.
It definitely would not hurt. Considering how long his wounds were open, it probably wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
Do you want to try?
Yeah, no, I already did it.
Oh, you did it again? Okay, I didn't notice that part. He turns... What?
This is the first time I've done it today, is what I'm trying to say. Before was just the example.
Okay, got you. Now I understand. So you do it. After you notice this and you give him that little bit of reassurance and protection, he turns on his side and coughs up something green, yellowy, and not exactly the consistency of mucus. And it just shatters into pieces after he's done. Oh, that's what breathing right feels like. Oh,
That doesn't look good.
oh, it feels great. But yeah, he did have a little poison in him. Good job.
Yeah, Ayn just looks at it and shrugs. Whatever.
I used Mage Hand to throw it the opposite way of how it's going.
Fair enough.
Wait, is it your whip? Who did that, Kriv?
I
Kriv, you
telepathically communicate to Sizzlefeth.
before you even start, Kill him. He knows too much.
Mm,
No, don't be ridiculous. Whips aren't poisonous usually. I don't think so.
I look up.
Yeah, but snake has.
I look up at the sky for a little bit, and she says no. It's, no, it wasn't her.
Nice save. But we should watch
hey,
him.
there was
Maybe he'll sleep.
There was something similar, like in that vampire's blood. They had like some green clots of something in there as well.
Oh. What? Vampire? What?
He's talking about some things we found deeper, and Lindeen can get you up to speed.
How about we save that until we're resting?
Oh, breathing feels great.
I like breathing.
There. We got you.
That seems to be his first deep breath in probably a few days.
So we keep moving. Yeah.
I don't know if any of you had bronchitis, but that's kind of what it's like when it's gone. Ooh. But anyways,
Yeah.
you're all fast
also
forward.
called COVID.
I don't want to say that online because I don't know if YouTube bans me for it still. We'll find out. Anywho.
You just get an ad about it.
Did you get your vaccination? Anywho.
Hey.
I fucking hate you, Kreeve. But anywho, you all are standing on the other, on the tunnel side of this massive waterfall.
Alright.
Mm.
Here, Alrighty, can you get this from me? And Urik's kind of trying to hand off his side of the stretcher to Alrighty.
Oh, yes, I can get that for you.
Yeah, and after that, Rurik will use his new shield to kind of help Umbrella hit the guy on the stretcher.
All right,
from the
so you
water-
guys
from the
are.
waterfall.
I need you to give me a strength save.
I'm just waiting for him to go do that before I use control water to open the waterfall like before.
Right. Give me a strength save, please, Rurik. You stand there with the water pounding down on top of your body aggressively, holding up your shield and grabbing onto the side of the wall. You are, it is heavy, it is pushing, but you got this. You're going to stay here as long as why did it stop?
Good job, Rurik. You triggered the secret mechanism.
Really?
bet. Yeah, you made our travels easier. Thanks.
Hey,
It wasn't my intention, but I'm glad that I was able to help.
Alright, he just kind of stares, kind of just blankly.
God damn it, I.
Anyways, let's keep moving. Let's find Captain Seashore.
All right.
Let's
So
go.
you now have to maneuver the body down a slope into the water as Ayn is parting it, and then up another slope. So,
I was going to suggest something.
oh, please.
Sorry to interrupt. Maybe Crave, you could, to save us the trouble, just take the body to the other side of the cliff so that we don't have to be encumbered with it the same way you took me in this White Dragon Cave the last time.
Sure. Yeah, I can do that when necessary, I suppose.
I think it will make us win quite some time.
So are you gonna do that, Creve?
Sure.
Okay. You hold on to the guy's arm, and he just like, oh, yep, okay. And teleport?
Yep, dimension door.
Okay. Are you going right on the shoreline, or are you going further towards the other beach? What? Because you got a lot of space.
Yeah, we can see the shoreline specifically from here.
You can see like a tiny section of it right where the stream runs.
Right. Before I do anything, though, I'll turn to the others and say, I mean, if this sort of tears open some wounds or something, I can't do anything for him. But...
Listen, I'm not sure if we have a huge amount of time to argue with this. I mean, with the Empire Scout and everything outside.
Right.
Ladine will just go down the slope. All right, I'll go to the other side in case anything happens. And she just climbs and runs across and climbs back up. Gives you the thumbs up.
All right.
And
then we just pop over to where she is.
All right. So you hold on to his arm, and you have to like lean him up a little bit so when he lands, he doesn't just fall body down on the ground.
Yeah.
Like that would be very bad. You blink blink over there, and can you give me a strength save?
Uh-oh.
His
Don't worry,
entire
you're good
weight
at these.
has to lean onto you immediately. He can't hold himself up.
16.
Okay, as soon as you feel it, you just like kind of buckle down, like squatting a little bit and hold him, and Ladine like hurries over towards you and like puts his arm over her neck. Okay, are you okay? Are you bleeding? And she starts like patting around all of him.
No, I'm completely fine.
Thank you for helping. I am very appreciative for your
You're
assistance,
welcome.
and I value you and your work that you do for us.
Jeez,
Do you
my
feel
turn,
accomplished now?
I just smile at her and doesn't say anything.
Positive reinsurance. You're so immune to it. But anyways, medicine check on her behalf. Okay. All right. Yep. He's not broken. He's not broken. She shouts out to all of you.
That's good. We're
Thumbs
on our
up.
way.
and just casually walk there like taking a stroll.
We're still power walking now. Get to the patient, help out with the stretcher.
Alrighty. So, all of you one by one move through the water and then back up the other side. Ein, with your passive, there is a little bit of blood coming from right underneath his stomach on the left-hand side.
Oh, Rurik. At the left-hand side, you should adjust the
see it.
bandages there.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck! Go for it.
Rurik will. Yeah, he'll help adjust the bandages, but he's using lay on hands. Let's say 5 points.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's enough. He goes, oh, is that why I was getting lightheaded? Fresh air. And he just starts openly weeping at this point, looking up at the sky, which is just on the dusk portion of it. Hey guys, we survived.
Listen, don't cry or I'm gonna cry.
Fuck you. I don't like toxic masculinity. Just cry, man. Eekdate goes over and goes, Eekdate goes over and goes, yeah, man, if I was capable of crying, I'd do it.
I just imagine Igdig goes over to the water, splashes it on his face to try to cry.
Do that ugly cry impression.
Just there's in Dragonborn.
But anyways, you all look around for a little bit and roll me perception checks, each of you. Okay. Arite, you are the only person who sees the very tip of the main mast of Captain Seashore's vessel. It's kind of tucked away down the stream a little bit around a bend and seems to be very well hidden from anybody's point of view.
I will point this out to everyone. Look, it's a seashore sea ship.
Oh, I
You
see it
earned
now.
it.
That was
What-
well
what-
hidden.
What is he doing on a river? If it's a sea ship.
Sometimes it can be a river ship as well.
Well, wait, let's debate this when we're actually on it. Come on, we have a wounded man here.
Let's go. Yeah, this is great. And Iktig just takes. Well, no, he's still holding the thing, so he's just walking.
Yeah, Burkus has the other side again. He's helping.
So, you all have to climb over a couple of smaller cliffs, not very bad or tedious at all. And they're short enough that you can even just have one person go to the other side and hand it off to one person over there. Somebody runs around to the other side, moves forward, grabs the other side. Like there, you can maneuver around this easy enough. It's not swimming through a very large pond with no water. And as you all start getting closer, you see the ballista cocks in your guys' direction.
It's us.
Who?
Did we? Quick question, Jared. Did we? I think may have missed it. Did we have a challenge word kind of thing, or is this just?
No. He's just
Marco.
Oh, come on, man, it's good.
Yes.
Hey, I'm half fucking blind, alright?
It's
Come on.
fine. That's why I decided to do the stupid thing first.
Yeah, he knows Ein's voice. He doesn't know all of you well enough yet to know your voices. Ein, yeah. So you all come over and goes,
So we got a couple extra passengers, guessing.
Yeah, we encountered some other adventurers while in there, and one of them's gravely injured. Well, we're gonna bring him below deck if that's all right, so he can rest up.
Yeah, feel free. First off, though,
he holds up his large crossbow at Iktig.
none of y'all are Empire, right?
No, we're not. We're from Marquette.
Marquette. Ain't been there a while. All right, come on board.
Wait, Big Dig?
Yeah.
Didn't you guys tell us that you were from Tal'Dorei?
Hey, you may want to stop talking.
Well, yeah,
Why don't
many
we
of
start
us are.
talking after we get him onto the vessel. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll walk and talk. Many of us were from Tal'Dorei. We joined the shits in Tal'Dorei, but I'm from Marquette. You know. I am also from Marquette. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. I'm from Tal'Dorei, if that helps. Ow.
Hey, save your strength. Save your strength. Come on.
Yeah. Sorry if there was any confusion. My bad. But anyways, you all get onto the vessel, bring him below deck, and set up a nice little cot for him. Actually, on a ship, would it be better to have him on a cot or on a hammock? Yeah.
I think in this case, a hammock might be better.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how rough the water is, but yeah, in this case, a hammock would probably work.
The waters get kind of rough, so probably hammock. Okay, cool. So one of you has to give him your hammock.
So what's the plan here, guys? I look to Lindeen and Iktig and also the rest of the group, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys going to come with us? Because we're not going that way. Or is it that way? No, that way? We're not going to the
that
Empire.
way. That way.
Right. So, we're going to Jorhas. Aren't we? I think we are, yes.
Ladine looks at you all. Would you mind if we just come with you and let him heal up before making that decision?
Yeah, that sounds like a better choice.
Given the current politics in the Empire, being from Tal'Dorei, you probably want to come with us.
Right.
Yeah, from what we heard, apparently Tal'Dorei and the Empire are at war.
Oh, wait, that escalated already?
Yeah, I'm
Apparently,
not entirely sure what happened, but
Ah.
knowing knowing some things, it was probably our fault. Not gonna lie.
Power?
As in, like, the Empire side.
Mm.
Oh. 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 Sure. Let's go to rest up and then make our decision when I know what the fuck is going on here.
yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
It had something to do with the Wuyan gates. That's all I know, though.
Oh yeah, those were shut down. We weren't able to pass through. Yeah. Anywho.
Yeah, so, I guess now we take off. All able-bodied people except one of y'all medic types. Up top, we're gonna make double time. There's been more sightings of Empire incursion in this location, and I want to get the fuck out of here.
All right, well, let's be on our
Good.
way.
Also,
Alright.
just to compound the hammock and cot thing earlier, because I was muted, I didn't get to see it in time.
Oh,
The hammock
worries.
would end up just worsening his posture and just exaggerate the bleeding.
Would it? I mean,
Yeah,
we
because
don't know anything about actual medical stuff, so
I mean, I would.
You out of character do?
No, out of character is because my family works at a hospital and a doctor and whatnot.
I suppose.
wait, so a hammock on a rocking boat is better than a flat surface on a rocking boat.
I mean, the hammock make his body curves like that because his injury comes from the hook and the bleeding and whatnot. The posture would make it like him more likely to end
Oh,
up opening
because you're like
wounds.
kind of stuck leaning
Yeah.
forward like that.
Leaning
Okay, that
forward
makes
and the
sense.
thing is wrapping around you and just
Alright.
curving your body weakly. That's
That's
why in the piracy times there's a secured cot that's nailed down on the boat just for certain situations like this.
Oh, well then they probably have that. See, the more you know, everybody.
Yeah, Seashore's an able sailor. He'd have that kind of thing. He'd have that thing.
Yeah, just gotta move my booze rack off it.
Yeah, I'll help out.
Yeah. Hey, person who's kind of dying. Want some Sean?
Oh yeah.
Go, go,
Well,
go. Yeah, that's right.
Let's,
Hey, if
let-
it's
let-
still within the hour, he does have the advantage on the poison save against being drunk.
That's not the issue here. He just drank pure fucking moonshine made in the backwaters of Jorhas. That's the problem. That does not taste like something you should put in your body, but it gets the job done.
all right, man. You should take some
Alright.
sleep, and I will cast sleep on it so you can rest.
Yeah, and I think that. But anyways, who is going to be tending to him, and who's going to be helping moving?
Rurik's helping moving and doing manual labor stuff.
yeah, me too. Also, I'd like to take the one of the rubies we found, the less valuable one.
Uh-huh.
If anyone, the one for 1,000 gold pieces. Unless anyone protests, I'm not going to use it up or anything.
You just, you need some bling.
Yeah, I have a spell that relies on a ruby.
Do any of you contest?
If it doesn't
Nope.
consume the ruby, I have no problem with it.
No, it doesn't consume it, so.
I mean,
Just
if
need
it's
it.
a spell component, I have no protests
Awesome.
Alright.
because I am already hogging the 600 gold for it.
Um,
So edit it. You edit it, Ilvorn, and add it to your character sheet. Cool. Nobody else edit it right now.
Oh,
Awesome,
By the way,
so-
Jero, I don't know if Captain Seashore has barrels of clean water already, but one thing that Rurik will do now that he gained proficiency in that one in brew supplies, and it's from Xanathar's. On long rest, as part of a long rest, I can purify up to 6 gallons of water, or 1 gallon as part of a short rest. So he basically gets like a barrel of water to put near Gallo, Gallo, to have clean water available.
Fantastic. Yeah, there's a handful of the barrels that were emptied out based off of your guys' travel. He still had some extra, but you being able to take the river water and purifying it just in case there's anything is definitely going to be beneficial. Cool. So anyways, you all begin traveling. All of you other than who was going to be the Healy person that stays down there with him?
Probably Ein or
Rorik.
Lindeen.
Yeah, let's go with Ladine. I mean,
Lidine, yeah.
sure. The only other person
Yeah,
on the ship who knows how to be
Ein
on
is-
ships.
Ayn is practically indifferent towards treating him since he's reading, he's alive, so whatever.
Damn that American healthcare system. Anyways,
Hey.
you all go up on top and begin helping out Captain Seashore as you are all... Ooh, ow. Don't kick that. Don't kick that. Cool. As you are all helping him to take off and start heading outwards. Rowers, roll me athletics checks. Whoever's going to be keeping watch, roll me a perception check. And the captain is doing the captain's duties of making sure you don't run into any rocks.
I guess we have Eekdig also helping the.
Oh yeah,
What?
I can roll his.
What check do I make for the guy that produces wind?
Oh, you just make everybody move faster.
Yeah, it just be the blue dryer of the winds.
Mm-hmm. So, Makit, you find out very quickly that between Warwick, Arite, Creve, and Eekdig, your rowing is more stationary. You are trying to make sure that you guys don't go too close to either of the edges, as they're trying to make sure they go fast. And they are, in fact, going fast. With the assistance of the wind, Captain Seashore is stuck going, whoa, holy shit, okay, all right, well, I wasn't expecting to go this fast. Holy shit, this is, okay, cool. All right, this is going to take a little bit. Everybody, hold on. As he is barely able to maintain your guys' movement. Because your speed does not match his ability to react very well. But just barely. Eekdig rolled very high. He's strong, if you can't tell. But yeah, you all successfully sail for a few hours, and as you do so, you eventually get down towards the Gehem Basin. And let me just roll this right quick, see if anything is still there. Arite.
We?
Oh no.
You hear a very deep grumble while you're resting beneath this deck.
Oh god, not the dragon turtle.
In Draconic. 5 days.
Until the what? Speaking in Draconic.
It gave you a week.
I sent a message. There's a message. I sent it.
5 days. I can smell you.
I'm aware you can.
But where is Iradi hearing this?
When he's trying to go to sleep down below deck. It sounds like a grumble coming from inside of the ship. But
God, I just imagine Iradi like turns over, it's like, I can't hear you. He looks out the small little porthole thing, and there's
Just
this
an
giant eye. Yeah. I can see you.
alrighty. Roll me a charisma save.
I think I need to roll a charisma save in real life.
Quick question, is Iradi sleeping near Rorik?
How would you guys have taken shifts? Warwick seems to always be the guy who volunteers to go last to set up breakfast, which means yes. So you get an additional +4.
So 14.
Okay. You're not going to get any sleep tonight, alrighty. sitting there, listening to the water, wondering if it's still nearby. Yeah,
I
you need
guess
to get off the
secondary
water soon.
Okay, second question. Is Rourke asleep when this is happening, or is it just
Yeah, because when you're down here trying to sleep
Okay.
before rotating shifts, you're sleeping hard.
okay? So I can't help out already any more than that. All right.
Yeah, I feel like a righty's just gonna like bunch a blanket up and just like hold it around his like arms, just kind of like oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Curl up next to Rourke, and Rourke's just like, "Oh, it's all right, son. Yeah, it's all right. You're safe now. Come on."
Oh,
But
God.
anyways,
For no reason specifically, but the same night, because I want to see the interaction. I would like to sneak close to Creve.
yeah.
Just wake him up a slide too little and cast Phantasmal Force on him.
Hey, you have to consent to PvP before you decide to do
it's
anything
not-
such as that. No, you have to consent, so ask him
Okay.
out of character if that is okay.
It's not PvP.
It's
joke.
PvP because you are interacting with his character in a manner that is not his consent. You have to consent
Okay.
beforehand. Go ahead and do that.
All right. Would you agree, Creve, to have a little joke with Illusion? It won't
little
be
what?
harmful. It's
A
a joke. It won't be
It's a
harmful in
prank.
any
Yeah,
way.
sure enough.
All right.
I would like to.
But
cast
in the
Phantasmal
future,
Force.
establish this well beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to
Some
cast
people really
Phantasmal
hate that
Force
shit.
on Crave and make appear just on top of him while he sleep some kind of very nice lady, like the kind of lady Creve loves.
A lady, okay?
that would start whispering some stuff at his ears, and so I would like to start. If you want to make a save, please do it. And
Intelligence, right?
yeah, intelligence save
Right.
with disadvantage because Arcane Trickster.
Yep. Disadvantage 13.
I'll-
Okay.
I'll use
Dark one.
One's own luck.
You can use
10.
Dark One's own luck on this.
Yup.
Yeah, why not? We're traveling. 17.
Crap.
Okay.
It's more than my ADC.
You feel an intrusion into your mind, and instinctually you just go, I'm already fantasizing about that. And what was that?
I just wave at the illusion.
That's the sad thing, though, is with Phantasmal Force, you would have actually felt as if the illusion.
Yeah, that's heading into the realm of perversion that we would do off stream if you wished in your own time.
I mean, it already went into the realm of perversion when Kree got involved.
Not that far. Not that far. We're not role playing. Okay, we're role
You
playing.
were role playing,
Just-
but not role playing.
Yeah. Anywho, Kree, if you look around for a moment and you're not quite sure, but you could be.
Probably no. Keith, he's the wizard, but nah, he's not that type. Arita has that echo thing, but that looks different.
You see Arite rocking back and forth in his bed.
Literal, let's go, lady.
I haven't seen her make any illusions. Not Rurik either.
Eekdig farts in his sleep.
Definitely not that guy. He's a butthole. Lindeen, she doesn't like me, I think. But, I say out loud, oh, I guess I have no idea who could have done that. And I go back to sleep.
What? Who did what? No one did anything.
No, that's what I said. Good night.
But anyways,
This is what I wanted to happen.
So, during the night, Arite, you were stuck there, eyes wide open, wondering what the fuck you did to deserve this type of treatment from a dragon, and then you hear another message in your head. So, what were you researching?
I don't know right now. Dragon turtle hunting me. Scared. Help me. 5 days. Zarthus. Meet. I think I have, 4 more words?
9.
9? Okay.
It's 25. This is up to 10.
Oh,
Or this is up to 20.
Vilsrequith. Estate.
Oh, estate. You have...
That many more words, okay. I sent you 3 days from now. Help.
Alrighty, noted. Anywho, morning rolls around. Everybody's stretching and feeling better. Shit, what was his name? Grotto was his name? It's Eekdig, Ladine, and Grotto. Gallo? Oh, Gallo. Yeah. Gallo, at the beginning of the day, with the assistance of Ladine, kind of like stands up while holding on to a support staff. Oh. Ah. And you hear his entire spine just cracks all the way up. Oh, good. And then he just sits back down.
Guys? I have a request.
No, I'm not allowing you near any bugs.
I need to go to Zarthus. That dragon turtle is hunting me. And I would much rather not be killed by a giant turtle dragon.
Sure, it's gonna come after you and not the city, though? Because I believe, if I remember correctly, Ian contacted your mother about the situation.
I told it that, and all it said was 5 days. So I feel like I'm being held personally responsible for the debt of the Dragonborn. As such, I believe I should go back to Zarthus to oversee that. Otherwise, I could get eaten by, again, a giant turtle dragon. Dragon turtle? Dragon that is a turtle, but also a turtle that is a dragon.
You look at him, and his eyes are heavy.
Are you
I
alright?
guess I should have a level of exhaustion, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Add the... And Rurik does help make breakfast for his inspiring leader stuff. So
Rations.
13 temp, including for the patient as well.
Thanks. Oh.
It's alright. Hey, don't worry. Buster here will help. You can pet him wherever you like.
I can be your emotional support dog. That just Buster just spoke. Yes, I do that. I need somebody else to confirm. I need somebody else to confirm they can hear the dog speaking, please.
No, what are you hallucinating about, man?
And he starts freaking out.
Fine. It's all fun and games, but he's injured and he needs to rest, and you're freaking him out.
It's fine. The adrenaline makes it hurt less.
No, but the shock will maybe reopen. Up there it is. And like
Nosebleed.
3 points will lay on hands, I guess.
Bing.
Yeah.
So
Don't
the dog.
don't do anything to stress him out, Nine. He still
So
needs to recover.
the dog is speaking. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
he
Okay.
was sent here by the will of the crystal dragon.
I'd like to note that no one will recover if the dragon eats the ship.
What?
That's a good point.
Alrighty. Bedside manners.
And for the record, the dragon only wants to eat you.
Do you not
Here.
think it would eat?
Alrighty, here,
thousand
come on.
times?
And Rurik will take Alrighty up top and stuff and just sit him down, like on, I don't know, wherever there's two seats that he can just kind of have a face to face.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a couple of barrels off on the side.
Alrighty. Is everything alright with you?
The
I know
dragon.
you're scared about this dragon turtle business. But I need you to calm down for a second, alright?
Look, it spoke to me last night. It wants my head. I have 5 days to get back to Zarthus and come back with whatever the fuck we owe it.
Jer, can I do an insight check? Not on Alrighty, but on the, like, basically the demeanor that the dragon turtle's acting like? Is it like, is Alrighty the target in this? Or is Zorseth Kittrell and like he's treating Alrighty as the messenger kind of thing?
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, that's
11.
Buster's.
Well, it's you. Would you just use
that's true.
Buster as your label?
That's true.
So, how do I put this? She mad. She real mad. Like, beyond pissed off mad. You can't properly discern the attention of this aggression because she mad. It might just be in general.
It's one of those things where Alrighty has to like keep looking back and forth, and then he's like, and then after that, I told her, bitch.
Yeah, and then he gets eaten by a dragon turtle.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I understand you're scared. But also I need you to understand this. Is I will not let that creature hurt you to the best of my abilities.
Rorik, at least drop me off close to where I can walk off by Zarthus.
I think you need some rest.
No, I don't.
Alrighty.
What do you think prevented me from getting rest?
Your fear.
No, it was the dragon turtle, which caused said fear. Ergo, the real reason is the dragon turtle, which I must fix. That's a wisdom charisma save, okay.
Oh fuck.
The one.
Yep.
my bad.
+4, yeah, that passes.
Actually, you can
All right.
decide not to give the aura, right?
I mean, I can, but Rurik would keep the aura up, always for his friends.
Quick, keep casting it.
I only have a plus.
I can't. I can't. I used my first one to bring Buster back.
Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. Was that an inconvenience to you?
No, it was worth it.
Alrighty, so. Was there anything else you all want to do during the day? During the next few days? If you remember, getting back over towards Shares takes you 5 total days.
If there's a free day, give me a sec. Let me check this thing first.
Commune with nature. Is there anything that can bitch slap that dragon turtle?
yeah,
Basically, yeah, I was thinking about doing that. Yeah.
I heard there was a
mean-
3-headed dragon chimera thing in the valley.
Because at the very least, a righty's going to ask to be dropped off at Zarthus or walking, or at least a day's walk, or day and a half walk from Zarthus.
So, you guys at closest get here.
Oh yeah, so that's a very long walk.
A very long walk. Where if you go all the way to Shares, it's actually technically faster to move with them back through here. There is
actually
physically no way for you to make it back in 5 days.
Ein, can I borrow that message spell thing you do, the point and telepathy thing?
How much is a per word for every telegram? Nah,
It's just a
just kidding.
reminder. Sending,
yeah.
you don't need a point and stuff. Message is you point for something.
Yeah.
I think within 100.
I know, but a righty doesn't know the difference.
Yeah, righty doesn't know this, but yeah,
Okay.
she'll just tell you to write it down, so she can just tell them what it is.
Okay.
But yeah, one day I'll probably take a day to make like a quick holy water, and the next day I'll do the commune.
Okay. So, go ahead. Oh, wait. That evening, Creve, stealth check. Okay. What is it while people are sleeping? -5?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll use Dark One's luck on this as well.
17. All right, that beats it. Do. You get up to the top of the ship. Right now, we'll say it is Ladine's and Ikdig's watch.
Right.
She refuses to let him be awake when she's not.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go on the opposite side of the deck.
Mhm.
I imagine there's like a captain's cabin on top. I can do it behind that or something.
Yeah. I mean, on top of it, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it there.
What are you doing?
Okay. So no metagaming.
Yup.
I'll pull out the ruby, and I'll start marking down some, like a small symbol on, rather a large symbol, resembling something like a pentagram on the deck, just with some chalk or something. And I'll do the incantation to summon a succubus.
Okay. And which spell is this again?
Infernal
Summon. Oh. Can you roll that in chat for me, please? Because it's been a very long time since I had a group actually summon a succubus.
Calling. Yeah.
And I assume affiliation with your patron?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you can choose the affiliation.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Utter a dark incantation. You summon a devil from the 9 hells. You choose the devil's type, which must be one of a CR 6 or lower. Succubus are 6 or lower, correct?
I thought
Yeah, I
succubus
think they're
were.
4.
I mean, I don't know if it's different with your stuff, Joe, but aren't they demons, not devils?
I think in
they are
5th edition they're
fiend.
neither. Yeah.
They're fiend.
They are
but they're-
fiend. They fill either category based off of the succubus individually.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are ones on both ends of the spectrum, which they are CR4, so you can totally do that. The devil is unfriendly towards you and your companions. Roll initiative for the devil, which has its own turns. It is under the dungeon master's control and acts according to the nature of that, which might result in the attack. Where's the part of where this isn't gonna, fuck everybody?
No, I'm trying to do a persuasion check on it first. So that's it's part of the spell basically.
Yeah, the only other
Okay.
thing is usually there's a magic circle, which is a spell to help with this sort of thing. But
Yeah. All right. So you're just trying to pure persuasion this. Okay.
Yeah.
As you summon the creature, you watch as, or not. Well, you watch, and the other two on the ship watch as a blazing inferno shoots off of the top of this captain's house. And then I said, no, it's your turn to go to...
Hello. Sorry, I'm just I just wanted to speak to one of your kind. I would like your assistance with something, and I'm sure we can work out a deal.
Persuasion.
All right, come on, roll high. Ooh.
23. She eyes you up and down and... What is it that you want to make a deal about?
Well, you see, I am speaking in infernal to her, of course, and I am well, I serve my father, I guess. I'm also a direct descendant of Glacia. You know her, maybe? She's my grandmother, and well, you see, I'm trying to find my place a little bit, I suppose. But right now, you see, one of my companions tried to pull a prank on me last night, and I'm wanting to prank him back, as it were. And
Really?
I described her with the spell he casted, all that. And so if you would like to maybe go down there and sneak up on him and return the favor, as it were.
So, you're offering me what exactly? Your lineage is, well, reason enough for me not to kill you without just reason. However, a just reason would be you don't offer me anything good.
Well, I have this this vial here. It contains something called a vampire's blood. It should be quite valuable. Maybe I'm willing to give you that in exchange, and maybe we could make a rapport for future dealings and make a friendship, as it were.
Let me read a little bit of information on the succubus real quick. Doubles, demons, night highs, beautiful. Okay. All right. Okay. Sure. Roll me a persuasion at advantage.
Ooh. 24.
1 year. I want 1 year here.
Okay. Well,
Will you do that?
I'm sure we can work that out.
Well, I would need a piece of your blood to do it. If I partake in the essence of a creature who can walk between realms, if I take enough of it, that should give me a year.
Right. Yes, I suppose maybe we can do something like that, and I can call on you for services.
So long as we can have more welcoming deals, of course. So, you give me 1 pint of your blood and that vampire's venom. Blood. Whichever.
Yes, blood.
And I will, let's say, use my powers and wiles against the one that tried tricking you.
Right. I will point out that I don't want him harmed or killed or anything like that. Just mess with him, you know.
Oh,
I'm sure you can think of many
that
deliciously
wouldn't be a problem at
devious
all.
ways of, no.
Very well. Do we have a deal?
Sure. A deal.
She sticks her hand out and very beyond soft caress of your hand. Hey, Sensei, thanks for the subscription. It is the most gentle of touches that it's almost exhilarating when she does this. And you have made an infernal pact. She then pulls out a dagger and pulls out a jar. 1 pint.
Sure.
So if I know this calculation correctly, each pint is supposed to be 3d6. Okay, 13 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
Enough to make you feel a little lightheaded, but not any worse than that.
Yeah. It takes away one of my normal hit points.
Ah, wonderful. Well then. She looks past you at Ladine, who's holding her sword out at her, and Ikdig, who's just like drooling openly.
Just calm down. It's just to make fun with friends.
Hello, everybody. You may call me Cherry.
Cherry.
She
the
speaks
fruit?
in common now. Oh, all of y'all are asleep. But yeah, like the fruit. A cherry boy. But anywho. Well, I just need to drink this, and I will do my job, let's say, tonight. Thank you so much for this glorious opportunity. And she chugs your blood completely, tosses the jar into the water, takes the vampire stuff and just puts it into, somehow, her corset. Well then, sleep well. Her wings, and she ascends up into the sky. Kayo! Are you ready, Kaya?
I must just say that the prank was supposed to be like to make Creve think about stuff, not just pranking. But ready.
You're ready? All right. You're the one who consented to this, you know?
Although, given that we are sleeping and stuff, Kyle would have the Rurik aura bonus for saving throws.
Oh,
that
he's straight up immune.
Kale?
Yeah. She reappears in front of you, Creve. You didn't tell me he was an elf.
I'm not immune. I have advantage.
No, you're immune to anything that causes you to have a dream-like state, like she was going to do. She was going to use dream on you. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose I forgot to mention. I didn't think it was that relevant, but I suppose...
This is going to take more premeditation. I'm
well,
going to have to physically do that now,
well, I
which
mean,
changes everything.
That's
So.
entirely up to you. I mean,
Do you want me to make him fall in love with me?
sure.
You.
And then I'll die before his eyes.
Yeah, well, maybe not something quite so. But well, I leave it up to you how you want to prank him, I suppose.
Are you telling me how to do my job?
No, exactly. I'm saying you're the expert here.
I am. She looks at
What?
Ladine and Ikdig. Why don't the both of you forget that you've ever seen me? I can't. Mortals. She says in Infernal.
Yes, I know. But I mean, if you could maybe teach me some tricks once in a while, that would be fun. Could be fun for both of us, maybe. I put on a winning smile.
Let me figure out how I'm going to do this.
Right.
So he is a pallid. By the sounds of it, he's from Jorhas. We don't have many contacts in Jorhas, actually. She snaps her fingers, and she appears like a very, very dark drow woman that has a very long, flowing white gown connected to her, and her hair seems to have, to you, a unique aspect to it, but from what you've seen from traveling through Jorhas, pretty fucking popular, but like way more well put together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first we need to find out if he's into guys or not. Figure that out for me, and then let me know. She flies up without wings.
Let's see you.
Yeah, she'll have to premeditate this. This is going to take a little while.
Yeah. Look at Lindeen and Igtig. It's all in good fun, you know. Don't say anything because I'm pranking Kale. He tried to prank me, so I'm returning the favor. Also, you owe me and the rest of my group for, you know, saving your lives and all that. So.
Yeah. So you can just do that. Can I talk to one next time? I just want to get to know them.
Well, if you're a good boy, maybe.
Okay. Ladine looks at you. Well, not all fiends are evil, so next time, can I talk to them as well?
Oh my god.
She made it very clear which team she's on from the get-go.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I forgot about that, but yeah, that's true.
And clerics are the horniest class in all of D&D. They just hide it better.
Yeah.
Why do you think I love thunder so much?
Oh my god.
I hate myself for that joke, so there we go.
Should.
Nailed it.
Ashamed.
Yeah, I feel terrible about that one.
I premeditated
anywho.
it well enough.
Yeah. So now there is a fiend in Exandria for 1 year who
That wants
has to
Kale.
fuck. Well, that has to fuck with Kale.
Literally, or you know.
Has to fuck with him some way. Proportionate response? Nah. I mean, you're following, you know, the Viking era code of conduct. You step on my foot, I break your fucking leg. You know, it's kind of similar.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
So
I
anyway,
just wanted you to have a good time, man.
And I want you to have a good time as well.
and then have it ripped from you.
You summoned a succubus,
Hey,
man.
Hey, Jer, am I gonna be able to get that thing? That one?
Next day, actually, that'll be where we end up. Next day, you wanted to talk to who?
Kale. It was probably during watch, just kind of a private one-on-one sort of deal.
Yeah, early morning watch. There you go.
Hey,
So the two.
would you join me for some tea?
Yeah, let's just keep our eye open. Supposed to keep watch.
No, of course. We don't want the whole ship to be surprised by something. Yeah. I figured now is probably a good time that we have the talk we mentioned back in Zozeth Kittrell. As you know, I am from the Empire. I've told you this. We've gone over it. And I just wanted you to kind of get your thoughts on this as well, and well, maybe give advice if you'd listen to it, or at least, try.
I thought. I am ready to trust you as a person. But I won't trust someone who still calls the Empire his place. When you said our fault earlier on, speaking about you and your country, this is what's refrained my trust for you.
Well, let me ask you this. If you had to leave Jorhas and travel somewhere else, you'd still refer to your homeland as your place, correct?
And I wouldn't expect any enemies of my own place to trust me.
Well, that's fair. There's a long history of distrust, of violence between our people, and well, I'm just one man. I can't change it. Not on my own. I will die trying. Don't get me wrong, but I know that realistically, I'm just a drop in the pool. That being said, something
Yeah,
I see
but
when I look at you is, and how you say that too, is I see you're young, like I was, and you have that same sort of mentality like I did. And I know you laugh because you are literally older than I am in years. But in regards to experiences, in regards to lifespan, I've got you beat, Kale, whether you like it or not. Let me ask you this: you're well educated, you're a smart young man. You've gotten an education, but have you fallen in love? Have you met the woman of your life, had children, seen your grandchildren, gone to war, seen friends drink with them, live and die? Have you gone through all those sort of experiences?
KL's face turns black. He scratches his hand very strongly.
I figure that you at least have likely felt the latter. I meant to ask earlier, is your hand okay too?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
He asked,
I was
"Is your
sorry.
hand
Sorry.
okay too?"
Okay.
I noticed that it had the same feel of it as the one on Contier.
How did you? What fear? What? How?
It's that sort of feeling that I get from my faith in the crystal dragon, that yeah, like whatever, that those wounds that Contier had on him, that you bear yourself on your hand. And well, given from what I heard about the entity that causes those wounds, that had to have been a very harsh experience.
I start strapping out the bandage I have on my left hand, and you see that on the hand and starting to go up on the forearm, there is a gasping, open, blackish, bleeding wound that just doesn't stop bleeding. Yup. That's the reason I know I hoped she could do something about it. And obviously not. And this is also a reminder. The reason why I don't want any of you to take any risk that we can afford not to take. You asked me if I've been in love, if I had friends, and if I had experiences. Well, I did. And I lost them the same day I got this.
I'm sorry to bring up old wounds, and may I? And we're kind of hold out his hand because he wants to take a closer look at your hand.
Old wounds, still pretty open one.
Warwick, you see.
At least. Sorry, Rick wants to try it, and he knows it probably won't work, but he wants to try it to see if it may help at all.
Give me a charisma check.
Check. Oh snap!
And what creature type are you targeting?
I was going. What was that creature? It was undead, I think, right? The ghosty thing.
Quite possibly.
I have to go back on my notes and try to find it now. Damn it.
Ein described it relatively
Voided
undead.
soul. Yeah, voided soul. It's undead. Mostly.
So, Kyle, for the first time in 5 years, the wound on your hand closes. And it stays like that. And you just look at your own hand, finally seeing the palm of it. You never realize how much you miss seeing just a part of your body until it's just not there. Warwick, you felt an incredibly powerful entity staving off your spell from interacting with him. However, for that moment, you were stronger than it, as if it wasn't really prepared to fight back. As if it knew Kyle has not been fighting back against it for an incredibly long time.
What did you do?
Hey.
What?
I wanted to try to show you that despite how deep wounds can be, wounds do heal eventually. It's whatever the thing that caused this is powerful. It will. I do not know just how long this protection will remain on you, but it will remain for the duration. And I know that you don't trust me because I hail from the Empire. You have every right not to trust me from what I've done, from what the Empire has done and still does do. Sorry if that was weirdly grammatic. Anyways,
You're good. You're
but
good.
but while I still consider the Empire my homeland, I no longer fight for the concept of the Empire, or at least I found the sort of fights that I'm looking for. Not I don't fight for what the government believes. I fight for people, the people I want to protect, not just restricted to the Empire either, but to my friends and to everyone here. That being said, as goddamn it, as you can tell by even just looking at me, I probably got maybe a year at best before something kills me or I die from old age. What I wanted to kind of try to bring across to you too is you're still young, and while you have gone through some harsh experiences, you still have a full life to live. And I would advise that you don't waste it on prejudices. I'm not saying look past it. I'm not saying don't be cautious, but I'm saying try to find that spot to trust someone, even if they're from a different area of the world. One that is particularly untrustworthy. Give them those sort of second chances. The other thing too is, as I said, if I don't make it, can you take care of Arete? In my place, he's young. He's scared right now too. He fears that dragon turtle we encountered, and I can only do so much.
Sure, if I'm the best person in pep talk and responsibilities. Sure.
Thank you.
If ever everything needs us.
I'm sorry if this is a burden to place on you too. It's
why is it your burden to bear? You're a grown man.
I'm very grown, and I've done things that hurt people, not just from fighting, but for those close to me. And well, if I'm being honest, Alrighty, he reminds me a lot of my son. And I don't want to make the same mistake of not saying and not doing what I should have before I lost him. If there's one thing I've learned, is it's to learn from your mistakes. And it's a harsh lesson, but one that some people don't learn.
I can't agree more with that. And still, I'm still trying to open doors that I shouldn't even touch.
Well, that's who you are. You're brave, you're curious, you're inquisitive. You have to be if you're in the line of work you chose, which is archaeology, if I am understanding it correctly. You delve into to places that no one's touched for centuries, places that are trapped and hold great risk and great reward.
Yeah, that's my dad's path. Hi, you're and thanks for simply being you. That's
Well, I could say the same thing, Gal. That being said, I would also say, uh, watch out for Kree. I think he's well-meaning, but he, I don't know, he seems like the type that would take something too far. I don't know, something just gives me that feeling. I might just be, I might just be overthinking it, but I knew a fella like him. One time, he, one time my buddy pranked that person with a stripper and stuff, and then broke his heart. And then next day well, let's just say that the manure in the stables was clear for a whole week after that, but our buddy never smelt the same way.
So on that chipper note, the spell ends, Kael, and you watch as the wound regrows on your hand.
Is it any painful?
As it grows, it's painful, but you've grown used to the pain, as any good, edgy rogue would.
I know,
I had to. Just the one little. I haven't said anything until now.
Kale, you're a drow. You're dressed in dark colors. You have a dagger that's really spiky and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean,
Red.
Kael is the last definition of edgy.
No, I know what you mean.
I know.
But I'm just basing it off your picture.
That's like saying
Yeah.
wizard was edgy.
It was on
Hey,
appearance.
just because his spell book was.
But anyways, you all look up and continue keeping your watches and continue going on your trip back over towards Shares. We'll find out probably, but more than likely Shares. And we will see you all next time. Players, thank you very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time, and we will see you around. Take care.